Hello, Internet. Today I'll be doing an ibisPaint tutorial on how to use the lasso fill tool. To actually get the lasso fill tool, you need to go to Special and press the Settings button.
Before you actually draw anything, get used to the brush. Like, draw some shapes or little sketch-like things. Now that you're ready to draw, you can actually start drawing the character. It could be an OC or a fandom character. For this tutorial, I'm going to be drawing Jevin from Sprunky. I don't usually do sketches, but you can if you want. Anyway, I'm going to skip to the drawing. The eyes, seen as drawing the head, will be pretty easy, hopefully. So I start by drawing the sclera or the white part of the eye once, then I copy it and move it to the other side, then merge layers. After merging layers, I'll copy it again, turn on alpha lock, I think that's the name, and make it a different color, probably similar to the pupil color, and make it bigger. Then you draw the pupil or whatever the colored part of the eye is called, however way you want. Usually I'll do a color and a white pupil, but for Jevin I'll do hollow pupils, similar to Wenda and Gray's, but thinner. Depending on what the colored parts of the eyes look like, you can copy the first one you draw, then move the copy over to the other eye. For shading, go to the sclera, if you haven't already shaded it, and get a color similar to the eye color, but more desaturated and light, then shade the eyes like I do. Do the same with the pupils, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Depending on the character, I like to give them blush for some reason, probably cause it looks cute. This is optional, but I'll play the video if you want to see. Mouths are pretty easy to draw if you're drawing them open. It's a bit harder to do a closed mouth depending on how thick or thin you want it to be. When I draw teeth, I don't usually add an outline and just do white. Also, sometimes I'll draw a really big mouth that goes over the eye. Eyebrows usually take me a few tries, but it's pretty easy if you can do the mouth, or if your character has those big circle-like eyebrows. Okay, so hair. Hair is quite easy to do if you're not aiming for realistic hair. Also, I like to draw little hairs sticking out, then going back into the hair. I think that AI also does this though. But does my art look AI? I don't think so. Make the back of the hair or the part behind the head a darker version of the other hair. This is optional, however. If you want, you can make it lighter or a completely different color. I also like to do smaller bits of hair at the bottom while also doing the loopy things. I don't really have any tips on how to draw clothes, sorry. With Sprunky characters, whether I do arms with, well, arms or just floating circles, depends on whatever I want to do. Here's the finished picture. Also, why does Jevin look like a girl? Lol. I hope this tutorial was useful for y'all. Remember, your art doesn't have to be perfect, and it's okay to make mistakes. This is also my first tutorial, so there may be some mistakes or it might not be explained well.